Brace yourselves, we're going to have a whale of a time. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. Today we are going to be exploring the inside of Monstro the Whale to see where Pinocchio went. It's been a couple of weeks since I last recorded. I always like to put a little disclaimer in there, and whoa, this is psychedelic looking. This is actually a little bit creepy almost. Because this is like the inside of his body. That's actually a little bit disturbing.
Stop fooling around. This is no time for games.
And you're just going to leave him behind? You're not going to go after him? Oh no. Oh no, I can't be dealing with this.
What are you doing here?
Just playing with Pinocchio.
You know what I mean. What about Kairi? Did you find her?
Maybe. Catch us, and maybe I'll tell you what I know.
Oh, come on.
Riku, this is getting freaking ridiculous now. I hate him so much. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fine, we don't actually get to take him down. We got to deal with these dudes first. And wow, they're both... Wow, they're worth 10 experience apiece, and they go down quite easily. That is not bad. I'll take it. There was nothing else we could do, was there? Okay, do I have to take these guys down? Because we got 2 chambers that we can go to. I'm pretty sure that it was chamber 3 that he went to, but you know, I've got a little bit of OCD in me that says that we should do chamber 2 first, just for the sake of it. Because you never know, maybe it's a trick. Maybe it wants us to do them in numerical order. Let's see. Whoa, I have no idea where that dropped us, but we can't go back the way we came, apparently. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, it's been a couple of weeks since I last recorded. I always like to put a little disclaimer in there, just in case I end up playing badly. The reason is because I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which came out back in December. Got it as a Christmas present, only got around to playing it recently. Oh, these dudes are back. But, wow, who shot that? Donald, was that you? Donald, you annihilated him. That's freaking impressive, man. Donald... Do it again. I have to see this with my own 4 eyes. Oh, hang on. Come on, Donald, do it. Do what you did before, man. Ah, screw it. I'll help you out, man. Wow. Yeah, the big... Okay, who was that? Was that Donald or Goofy or both? I don't know. Either way. The big guys are pushovers now. That's exactly what I wanted to see from the start. And who cares about those items? That is crazy. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay, we're going to chamber 3 anyway. Never mind. It was... Okay. There you go, maybe it was a good idea that we did that, just to get out of the way. Anyway, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was a Christmas present, only got around to playing it recently, but I'm enjoying it so far. Although, that brings me on to something interesting about the Xenoblade franchise. And yes, it is officially a franchise now, it's become like Nintendo's Final Fantasy at this point, I heard someone once say. The original Xenoblade Chronicles is my favourite video game ever made. I've said this a couple of times before, and... You know, I think the reason for that is because, like, does anyone here watch Peanut Butter Gamer? Like, admittedly, I haven't watched one of his videos for a while, but I remember a few years ago, he did a video about his top 10 favourite games ever made. I think the number 1 was Majora's Mask, and he said that he felt that your opinion of something can be very heavily influenced by when you're exposed to it, and he felt that Majora's Mask just came into his life at the right moment, like right when he needed to experience it the most. And I agree with that. That's actually a very perceptive, very good observation. Like, it is true that your opinion of something can be influenced by when you first experience it. Level up, nice. And I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles kind of came into my life right when I needed it the most, because at the time I was starting a new year of school, which quickly turned out to be one of the worst school years of my life. At the time I was going through quite severe depression, and you know, Xenoblade Chronicles just came into my life right when I needed it the most, and I decided, you know what, maybe life's not that bad because I'm alive to experience this masterpiece. You know, I feel like the same could be said about Kid Icarus Uprising, another one of my favourite games, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which I've said before on numerous occasions is my favourite cartoon, just because they came into my life right when I needed them the most, and now, you know, I just love them to bits. So yeah, the same could be said about Xenoblade Chronicles, my favourite video game of all time for many reasons. It's just a great game in general, and it just came into my life when I needed it the most. But then we have the other Xenoblade games. Those ones I'm a little bit more mixed on. Like, there's only 2 other Xenoblades to talk about right now, but yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X, I was not a big fan of, to be honest. Like, for the first several hours of gameplay, I actually quite disliked it, to be honest. The thing is, how am I supposed to get up there? Okay, this is getting confusing already, isn't it? Xenoblade Chronicles X, it felt like they took everything that was great about the first game and flipped it on its head. It's like, Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, had an amazing story. It had brilliant characters, a great story. Aesthetically, it was fantastic, which, in my opinion, was the biggest selling point. Like, you know, I love Xenoblade Chronicles as a whole, but would I say that the gameplay is the biggest selling point? No, I wouldn't, to be honest. The gameplay is... Like, that's not to say that the gameplay of Xenoblade Chronicles is boring, but, you know, that's not the main reason why I would recommend it, definitely. Xenoblade Chronicles X flipped that around. It said, let's put all of our emphasis on the gameplay and make the story a complete afterthought, or at least that's what it felt like, to be honest, because Xenoblade Chronicles X, it barely had a story. Like, the story that it did have, I don't remember anything about. I remember that the Earth gets destroyed, and that's pretty much it. I don't remember anything else about the story of Xenoblade Chronicles X. And sadly, because of that, I just didn't enjoy it as much as the first game. The gameplay for Xenoblade Chronicles X is mostly fun, but I don't know, I thought that the progression, if that's the right word I'm thinking of, like, because the thing about Xenoblade Chronicles X is that you have to be a certain level in order to start the next chapter of the game, but you'll finish chapter 5 at level 32, and chapter 6 requires you to be at least level 40, but, you know, actually getting to level 40 requires a hell of a lot of grinding and doing side missions, and, like, I don't know, I just didn't appreciate it like that. I felt like, I don't know, the pacing of Xenoblade Chronicles X was not that good, didn't care for the story or the characters. Gameplay as a whole was pretty fun, but yeah, unfortunately, it, I don't know, I just don't feel like it, I didn't think it was a worthy successor to the original game. It's okay on its own, but it was not a Xenoblade game. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I think, is a little bit better. I've been really enjoying it so far, although the weird thing is, I don't know if this is just me, like, if Xenoblade Chronicles X didn't have enough story, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has too much story. Like, I don't know, the story for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 just seems to continue to twist and turn as you go on, and it's like, I don't know, the writers of the game felt like with every passing cutscene they had to add some kind of new plot twist, or not really a plot twist, but some kind of new rule to the lore of the world. It's like, oh, here's, I don't know, the world is full of certain characters that work together, like if one character is, you know, if they don't have magic energy inside them. I'm simplifying this very heavily for people who haven't played the game. Like, if certain characters don't have magical energy in them, then the people that they work with, they can't use weapons or something like that. But then some people come along that can disrupt the energy in the air, and, like, I don't know, like, it's kind of hard to simplify any Xenoblade story to someone who's not played it. It's kind of difficult to do that, I think. Like, I don't know, because the stories of Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 can get very complicated at times. So unless you've, like, experienced the full game from the beginning, then it's kind of hard to summarize it all very, what word am I trying to say here? Like, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. Whatever the word is, it's very hard to summarize it, I think, but ultimately, the story for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 just keeps kind of twisting and turning. It gets a little bit hard to follow at times, and not to mention, I don't know, I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is really difficult, because, like, there's been a couple of boss battles in that game where I've been, like, 10 levels higher than the other characters, but somehow I just kept getting battered. And, you know, there's a lot of elements of the gameplay that I don't understand yet, but in fairness, the same thing kind of happened in the original Xenoblade Chronicles, because there are so many rules that, wow, did we force him outside of the chamber and that, like, killed him instantly? That was freaking awesome. Are we going to do the same here? No, we're not. Not quite. Bah. But yeah, the same thing kind of happened with the original Xenoblade Chronicles. You know, as much as I love the game, I will admit, on my first playthrough, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, because there's so many different elements to the gameplay that it's kind of difficult to keep track of them all unless you really pay very close attention to the tutorials that they give you. So because of that, there were a lot of great gameplay tips and tricks that I completely missed out on my first playthrough, which made the game experience really, really difficult. And it wasn't until my second playthrough where I got my act together and didn't have so much issues with the bosses. And I think that just goes to show how good the original Xenoblade Chronicles is, considering how often I was dying because I had no idea how to play the game properly. I died so many times in my first playthrough, and normally I rage quite a bit when I die a lot in video games, so, you know, the fact that Xenoblade is my favourite game of all time, despite how much trouble it gave me on my first playthrough, that's just a testimony, whatever the word is, to just how good it is. The fact that I could be so poor at playing through it on the first time and die so often and still come out of it saying, you know what, that was freaking awesome. You know, that just goes to show how great it is as a whole. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so far I'm enjoying it. Big improvement over Xenoblade Chronicles X. Still not as good as the original Xenoblade, but honestly, I don't think anything's going to top it. As far as I'm concerned, the original Xenoblade Chronicles will never be topped. You know, that would be an impressive feat. I would like to see someone do it. But, I don't know. I'm just a Xenoblade purist. It's never going to happen. I refuse to accept it. It will not happen. It's impossible. Yeah, in all seriousness, though, it's been pretty fun so far. Not as good as the original, but a worthy successor. So yeah, that has been taking up quite a bit of my time. So it has been a little while since I last played this. And do you know what? I'm not going to bother grinding just yet. I'm going to keep trying to go through these chambers, because this has happened way too often in previous episodes where we just ended up getting lost. Whoa! Wow, okay, that just all kind of worked out. And I'm going to be quiet now.
I don't care about him. I was just messing with him a little.
Oh, really? Of course you will. Beware the darkness in your heart. The heartless prey upon it.
Mind your own business.
You do not talk back to the mistress of all evil. Now I hate Riku even more. You do not speak to Maleficent like that. She speaks to you like that and you deal with it.
Riku,
Okay, there goes Pinocchio. He's long gone.
what are you thinking? Don't you realize what you're doing?
I was about to ask you the same thing, Sora. You only seem interested in running around and showing off that Keyblade these days.
I hate him so much.
Do you even want to save Kairi?
I do.
Oh, great. Now Pinocchio's in trouble, sounds like. Ah, damn it, Riku. Oh, okay, we got a save option right here. That's pretty nice. That's us fully healed. I won't save just yet. I'm going to continue. Bowels, what a word. Okay. Oh, I dread to think what's inside here, but I'm guessing it could be boss time. That's just a guess. I'd like to... Oh, that definitely looks like a boss. Oh, yeah, 100%. This has got to be boss time. Oh, it's pretty creepy looking. I like this. This is a cool looking boss.
You up for this?
No problem.
Wait a minute, are we working together? I don't want to work with him. He's an arse. I can't stand him. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Maybe he could be a useful asset. Maybe he's going to make this a hell of a lot easier. Although with our new powered up Keyblades, maybe we don't need him after all. Although with that said, you know, strength is one thing, but you know, you got to be able to take a beating as well, and sadly that, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, there you go. Sora's getting beat up a little bit, but at the very least, we are doing some solid damage to the boss. Like, that's the important thing, is that, yes, we can give a beating, but we also need to make sure that we can take a beating. Yeah, at the very least, we do have cure magic, and of course we all have pretty good strength now. Oh, whoa, that was close. Okay, so keep curing every now and then, and I got magic to spare, so this is good. Yeah, this is not a bad strategy. Just keep going straight in for it, run away after a little bit, and just heal up. Yeah, this is no problem at all. Now we cure ourselves. Now we go straight back in with that. Ow. Okay, you got to time it well, though. That's something I have to concede. But, come on. Ah, damn it. No, cure again. Yeah, this isn't too bad at all. Ow. And you know what? No, I'm not letting Riku take any freaking credit for this. This is all down to us. The Three Musketeers, the Three Amigos, the Holy Trinity, the Three Wise Monkeys, the Three Blind Mice, the other famous trio that I can't think of right now. Who else is there? Not a clue. Either way, that wasn't too bad at all. That was the easiest time that I've had with a boss in a very, very, very long while. That makes for a very nice change of pace. I could not be happier. Oh, great. There he goes. Goofy learned Chia. Oh, nice one. I don't know if he has the AP to equip that, but we'll take a look at it. Let's see. Goofster, my man. Oh, he does. Okay. Increases the MP gauge for summons, giving them more time and attacks per battle. You never know. That could be useful. But in the meantime, give up MP to give 3 MP to... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm not using my summons very often, but you never know. There may come a time where I'm having really serious issues with a boss. We'll just have to wait and see. And you know something? That brings me on to something. My summons, what do we have? Genie. Okay, I wasn't sure if we had any others, because we've seen Simba, but we've not seen Genie yet, although we only got him a little while ago. We've not really needed him, so yeah, maybe we'll save him for the next boss. But either way, let's see what's coming up here. More exploration, more fighting, what? Oh, okay, so that's... Wait a minute. How did we go from the bowels back up to the mouth? We got vomited back up. That's horrific. That's what happened. We got vomited back up. That's awful.
He's no puppet. Pinocchio is my little boy.
He is unusual. Not many puppets have hearts. I'm not sure, but maybe he can help someone who's lost theirs.
Oh dear, what's he doing?
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Kyrie?
What do you care about her?
I remember that line. You know something, I remember that line distinctly from my first playthrough. That line, that one line has stuck with me for all these years, and it still bothers me. What the hell? There was an ability in there? That's new, I've not seen that before. Shared abilities. Wow, that's our first ever. Holy crap, I didn't know you could find those things in boxes. Powers up your jump. Oh! Okay, I guess I'm gonna freaking need it. In that case. Okay, can we do a double jump or... No, it's only one, but freaking hell, that's gonna be helpful. Okay, I just took a look. We've been recording for 18 minutes. Do you know something? I think this is a good place to end it off, because I don't want these episodes to be too long as they've been in the past. 18 minutes is a good episode length. We're going to end this off here. Next time, we're going to go after Riku and Pinocchio. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.